Hi guys, this is Goblin Dad 91 and welcome to my attic. I've invited you up here today to talk about one of my favourite game series and do a bit of a show and tell of some bits of my collection or what's left of it anyway, but I'll come on to that story in a minute. I'm feeling like a bit of a goblin myself today. Maybe you can hear my throat's a bit funky. Really not feeling 100%, but I wanted to make this first video anyway because I've been feeling inspired because I've been kind of drawn to the hobbyist side of YouTube where people are just sharing their passions and particularly by Access Area 6. So, hi Kev, if you see this. Yeah, and there's another one, Simple Life in Japan, that I've been watching as well. These kind of vlog style one take videos where someone's just sharing their passion. And so I was watching one of Kev's videos, and he's got like he's got a big games collection. He's got a room full of stuff that he's still unpacking after 12 years. And I was thinking, I mean, my collection's not massive by any means, but I moved into this house about a year and a half ago, and I've got this kind of attic set up as like a semi set up as a games room, and then I've got all these boxes of stuff I can see behind the camera, like some real treasures in there, and they've just been packed away. And you can see for this video what I'm going to talk about. I've been having to unwrap the treasures to get them out to show you, and yeah, it kind of made me think they're all sat there hiding away, and why don't I just come up here, relax, have a nice glass of piss and yeah, and share my passion with you. So hopefully you guys will be interested in what I got to say today. So the series I'm going to talk about is, I should say, Kev, if you watch this, Access Area 6, I changed my name to Goblin Dad 91 because I feel it reflects me more personally at the moment. But I was the guy who commented there's saucy limit on your video about the transparent PS2 case, and saying you inspired me to do it. I got back from a trip to Spain to see some family yesterday, and here it is. We got the Crystal limited edition, and I've got the Manky charity shop cheapest working SCP 70,000 series PS2 that I could find as a donor. So that's not what this video is about, but coming soon. Yeah, maybe gonna put that together later if I get the chance. But I wanted to talk about one of my favorite series today, and maybe you've been noticing the Persona 4 demo rolling on the monitor here. Actually, the series I want to talk about is more broadly Megami Tensei, or Shin Megami Tensei, of which Persona is a kind of spin-off. I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei, the first Shin Megami Tensei from the Super Famicom recently, and I have quite a few nice things from that series, which I've collected, and I thought that I'd make a decent length video if I just show them off to you. So without further ado, after nearly 4 minutes of rambling, let's get stuck in. So actually, funny story, the first game I'm going to show, I don't actually have it anymore, sort of. So I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei on the Super Famicom, but not quite. So what happened was, years ago, I was in my old flat. I used to live in a different place, and I'd got so I'm particularly into like Japanese releases. For some reason it just tickles my pickle in the right way. You know, they got some releases that didn't come out in the West. The boxes, the art and the guidebooks and stuff are just like amazing compared to the Western ones, which normally just have fire on the front for some reason. Yeah, so anyway, I'm into Japanese games, as many people are. And what I've done is I got the Super Famicom, a really nice boxed copy of Shin Megami Tensei, and then I paid some guy to flash the fan translation, the English translation, onto a PCB and I swapped it in. And long story short, I had a break-in at the flat, and for some reason the whatever crackhead broke in decided to take all, like, they must have had incredible taste in video games, all I gotta say, because they stole like Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2 on the Famicom, like complete box. Then there isn't an English alphabet character on those boxes. And I'm wondering, like, what were they thinking? Like, oh, I'll get money for this in CEX. You can't even read it. Like, I mean, I guess they're shiny. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. I'm going to show some games. So, but what I do have, what wasn't stolen, is the original Japanese PCB for Shin Megami Tensei. You can see there I labelled it SMT, so remember, you can see all the ROMs and the save battery. How have I been playing it then? Well, I was sat around recently, just sort of lamenting over that loss, thinking like, oh man, I really want to play that game again. And I realised that nowadays, since Christmas maybe, I have this, the Miu Mini Plus. Maybe it's just one plus. It's like a Linux emulation device that does up to PS1 really well, and kind of looks like a Game Boy Pocket kind of look. Go into it. These are I think they're 50 quid, and they want the best 50 quid I've ever spent in my life. Oh, it's just popped up on Klonoa because my son, who's 2 years old, likes to do this, see what the buttons are doing. But if I press this button, switch over to Shin Megami Tensei, pop there, here we are, we're in an encounter with Yosei Hobgoblin. What? I'm fitting. Yeah, so I've been playing. This game is incredible, and while I don't have the physical release boxed anymore, I mean, I've got this and a Super Famicom over there. I do have the guide, the official, I think, strategy guide for it, which is fantastic. Just gonna put this to sleep for a sec. I can't say enough good about this game. Like this, it's just incredible. Word of warning, you need to like pokey dungeon crawlers, which are slow paced with a high rate of random encounters. But if you do, I've just been amazed with like the atmosphere, the music is amazing, the story, it comes through. I don't know how they do it, because there's relatively little dialogue in it, but the world just feels like consistent and immersive. It's incredible. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble. Also, this is the same as the box art, the Japanese release, and of course it's incredible. As you can see, absolutely gorgeous. In here you've got there's like some fold out bits in the front. This guidebook is actually one of my favourite things in my collection, I think. It's because, well, there's many reasons to many ways to enjoy it. It's got like a story summary thing with this guy. It looks a bit like me, actually. Look at this fella. A similar forehead. Yeah, and it's got a full walkthrough, not with the maps, and a flip to the right page. It's got a bit that explains how the game works. It's got the data on every demon that you can have a random encounter with, and obviously capture, persuade to join your party, and using fusions and that. It's got all the fusions results, like crossover results for the different types, and a full walkthrough with the maps for the dungeon mazes, all in here with the dark zones marked and stuff as well. And what's fantastic about owning this nowadays for me is that if if I take a picture of it, like if you've got an iPhone with the translator app, you take a picture of a page in this and it will like overlay English onto the image for you, so you can see what it's on about. So what have we got? Shin Megami Tensei. I've got the guide. I always woke up. I'm playing it on this. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm loving it. Also, let's rewind a little bit more in time. There's Megami Tensei 1 and 2 on the Famicom, and I kind of briefly mentioned before that I do have those boxed, but I did have them boxed and complete, but they were stolen. So as I've been kind of inspired to feeling like I'm enjoying games collecting and that, again, I have actually got a copy of the first one on the way from eBay that I managed to snag a really good deal on, with making some offers and that to the guy who was selling it. And I'm on the lookout for the second one, so a follow-up video to come. But what I do have is the Megami Tensei 1 and 2 soundtrack selection, sealed, brand new. This is another, probably one of the coolest things that I own. Yeah, brand new with the spine card. We've got, I don't know if you can read that on the back. We've got, this looks like 48 tracks on one disc, I guess. And then numbered 1 to 13 on another disc. Only thing is, it does have a Lucy, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's actually kind of tempting to unseal this. I don't know if you can see this, but down by where it says Victor, it does have like an original seal strip as well. So this is genuine, brand new. Can't remember how much I paid for this. Probably I have a feeling it was 65 quid. That was quite a few years ago, but I don't know how much it's worth. I saw it, and I mean, I'm a simple guy. I quite like dark fantasy and that. So if I see something that looks like that, it's mine. Like, I'm buying it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But actually, I remember at the time I tried to find this like on YouTube or something. You know, as someone ripped it, uploaded it, and I couldn't find it, which kind of tempts me to open it and crack it open, have a listen to those tracks, because then I don't know how rare this is, but anyway, I think it's fantastic. Next, I'm gonna jump onto, oh, we've got one more SMT thing. I was gonna wear this, but this is on the back, and I didn't want to have to get up and twirl for you. We've got the Shin Megami Tensei logo, at least from the first game, on the back of a long sleeve tee. I think this is sick, but it's a bit tight on me, to be honest. Yeah. But it's nice to have. Yeah, I bought that when I was kind of like, give me more of this series. This is yeah, this is what I want right now. So I'm feeling a bit restless today. So you see my eyes like coming out my head. A bit fidgety. I've been watching this guy, Simple Life in Japan. Hello, if you see this. Yeah, it's got like a lot of tips about like his reflections on meditation and mindfulness, and he's always saying some of his videos he's like, oh, I'm not happy today, I'm a bit restless. You can see I can't focus on one thing. I kind of feel like that today. Didn't get the best sleep. Yeah, a bit of a bug coming back from Spain as well. But anyway, we're gonna move on from the Shin Megami Tensei series. Actually, I only haven't played the second one, third one, fourth one. I haven't tried them. Super curious, but you know, there's only putting time into these like JRPGs is difficult when you find yourself with a child to look after. So, which is why this little Miyu thing is cracking, because I can use save states to just little nibbles of it whenever I can, and not have to sit down up here in front of the monitor and that, and for like hours at a time to play it. Jumping over then into the rest of the collection I wanted to show. Actually, I've got quite a lot of Persona stuff here, which I'm counting as Shin Megami Tensei. To keep it spicy, I'm going to go reverse chronological order through this, because I think it kind of gets better as you go back in time in terms of the collection that I have. So, a little bit boringly maybe first, we have my daily driver copy of Persona 5 that I played on the PS3 back when it came out. Yeah, it showing this kind of for completeness. It's a copy of Persona 5. It's in good condition. I absolutely adored this game. It wasn't the first one that I played, actually. I played 4. 4 was my introduction to the series, but this is, I just can't really fault this game. I thought this was incredible. Yeah, it's like life-changingly good. Fantastic for me anyway. I thought it was incredible. Not going to dwell on it too much because as a I don't think I'm going to be giving reviews of all the games, and as a collectible it's just it's a PS3 game, you know. I don't have Persona 5 Royal physical, but my partner's been playing it on her laptop as well, and she's getting like near the end now as well, so I've been kind of checking out the new content, and that seems cool. Anyway, also in passing, grabbed this off the shelf because it was next to Persona 5. Anyone play Catherine? This is like a adultery and block puzzle simulator. It's pretty weird. It's like a game where you instantly dislike the main character, and it's like, oh, I've got to play as this dick. I'm trying not to swear in this video, so it doesn't get blacklisted or whatever. Something interesting about Catherine is, I will say, this very stylish game. The bits in the bar, the stray sheep, is it called, are incredible. Something about even the basic edition is that this cover sleeve is reversible. The game revolves around kind of 2 girls, both called Catherine. Actually, this one's with a K, this one's with a C, and depending on who you like, you can show your allegiance with the way that you put this, the way around you have this on your shelf, if you want. So yeah, Catherine, worth a play. Definitely shorter than the Persona games. You get through this in like 10 hours or something probably. Yeah, decent game. I like it. I used to have, again, something else that was stolen by the in that burglary. I used to have the Stray Sheep edition, the collector's edition, which comes in like a big box PC type box, and inside there you get like a pizza box from the restaurant, like the bar that you chill out in the evening with your mates. In the game, you get like coasters, the t-shirts that Vincent, the main character, wears throughout the game, which I thought it might be. It's not pictured. What else? Some other shit. Honestly, can't remember. But yeah, that went as well. Unfortunately, so I don't think I would collect that one again, to be honest, because not my favourite collector's edition. Because if I remember right, it didn't really come with like an art book thing, and something for me that's like the pièce de résistance or a soundtrack or something, and it was not forthcoming from that one. Anyway, let's jump back again to this Persona 4, which I've had looping up here on the monitor. The kind of attract demo for it. This is the first one that introduced me to the series. I got this soon after it came out and loved it straight away. Yeah, if you haven't played the Persona games, it's kind of like a JRPG, turn-based battle thing, with a twist that, like, there's sort of 2 sides to the game. You've got like that side of it where you're doing dungeons and battling, and that's kind of like the night time side of it, sort of, and then you actually go into like a TV world through the TV screen, kind of, as part of this story. And then by day you're like a high school student, and you go to school and you like work on your relationships with you can choose to hang out with people. It's kind of like a dating sim, like one of those games, but not like one of those erotic visual novel things, but yeah, you can choose who to strengthen your bonds with, who to spend time with during the day, how to live your life, raise your strength, your intelligence and stuff. Anyway, this is fantastic. Onto the collection side of it. Comes with soundtrack CD, which I've still got. I don't think I've probably never played this. It's in nice condition. The manual, the soundtrack selection, track listing is on the back. So we've got 24 tracks from the soundtrack there. Sorry about my cough. Persona 4 has got this kind of yellow theme to it, as you probably have noticed. And the whole manual is like full colour. Really nice. Showing you. Oh, here's a fusion table. Showing like each demon or persona that you get has like a different arcana, which is like based on the tarot deck. There's like Fool, Magician, Priestess, Death, Hanged Man, Tower, and based on how you cross them, you get like a different result. It's quite like an intricate system, and that comes from the Shin Megami Tensei series as well. Oops. Put this back in. So yeah, I got this. I had a sealed one of these at some point, and they reprinted it, so I got one, and I can't remember if this is the sealed one that I opened and I sold my other one because it was more scratched or what. But anyway, Persona 4 on the PS2, great game. Whoops. Continuing back in time, Persona 3 FES, which I think means festival on the PS2 as well. To be honest, never played this. I grabbed this soon after I got P4 because I was like, this is it, give me more, you know. Yeah, never played it. What does this come with anything in particular? Not really. We've got a manual with this time it's green. This one, I know I've heard some of the soundtrack, and they've got like the songs have like rappers on them as well. It's got a bit of a different vibe, but really cool. That's something to say actually about all these games. So the series composer Shoji Meguro done an amazing job on the soundtracks for all the games. I don't know if he did the Shin Megami Tensei as well or not, but also amazing on there. I'd like to play Persona 3 someday, maybe the portable one, but I don't see myself buying that because it's freaking expensive. Speaking of which, back in time again, and speaking of freaking expensive now, we got Persona 2 Innocent Sin on the PSP Collector's Edition. Collector's Edition includes, it says on the box here, full game, 6 art cards, CD soundtrack, and a poster, an A3 poster. And it actually on the back, it came with this like extra blurb slip thing. It's the back of the a cardboard case, some of the characters on it. So still got that. I bought this when it came out because I was big into the PSP at the time, and it was kind of reasonably soon after I got into Persona. So I just have a quick swig of piss. Still haven't played this one. However, the soundtrack I'm quite familiar with because it's good to listen to while if you work, sat at a computer, like me. I sit at a computer writing code and database stuff all day. If you need to get into the zone, some like atmospheric, instrumental, like intense battle music kind of works. So I've been listening to that a lot. So from the box, which I've unpacked earlier because it's got like a flap, which is a bit of a nightmare to get open without damaging it. Here's the game. The lost chapter of Persona arrives. Now, the reason it says that at the top is because Persona 2, there are 2 Persona 2s. There's Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, which is the other one. And Eternal Punishment was officially released in the USA as well as Japan back in the day. So there's a PS1 English release in NCSC US of Eternal Punishment, but never. Innocent Sin was never translated into English until this special edition one for the PSP, which I snagged as soon as it came out, and I think that you'd be looking at like 150 some maybe pounds for this now, maybe. I guess I don't really follow it on eBay, to be honest, but I think it's around there from what I've seen at the moment. We've got a game inside. Disappointingly, yeah, this one, not a full colour manual, but we'll forgive it because everything else is very pretty. There's the UMD. Also from the box, we've got the soundtrack, as promised, which is very pretty. It comes in a single case, this one, and for a game that has actually quite a lot of cool songs in it, we only get 10 on this single CD for some reason, but it's still nice to have. Very pretty, pretty thing. Here's the A3 poster, which I'm not going to open because if I start doing this, it's never going to return to the second dimension, be flat again. But yeah, a poster of maybe the main character's persona, I guess. And speaking of which, we got these art cards. So there's 6 of these, and I guess these are the party characters' personas. Quite clever because on the back, if I flip it over, here are the characters as they appear like as humans, and then each one has their persona. It's kind of like, if you don't play the games, it's like a transformation that reveals the other side of your like true self, sort of. Anyway, 6 of these. Unfortunately, mine is slightly bent because of that super annoying flap in the case. It kind of hard to open and close without damaging the box or the contents of the box. So if you are going to buy one of these, have a look out for just to make sure that this hasn't happened. And God, I'm super scared to open it, but I'm going to show you. If I just pop open, so this one's okay, and then this box, it's this like extra flap there that sort of separates the game from the rest of the stuff. I don't know if I've got this wrong or something, but it's that flap that causes a big problem. So if you're shopping for this, check that the art cards aren't bent. Or if you don't care, just be aware they may be bent. So that was Persona 2 Innocent Sin. I don't have Eternal Punishment anymore, not because it was stolen, but because I did have the PS1 version, the US one, which I mentioned before, but about 8 years ago or something, I fell on some hard times and needed money to pay my rent, so I didn't get into trouble, and I had to sell some of my collection. I had it brand new and sealed, and I sold it for like 250, 300 quid or something. Yeah, about 8 years ago, must be now. So, oh well. I mean, someday I'd like to play it, but I've got a lot of Persona to be playing, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I'm not going to seek that one out. Definitely not a sealed copy, but yeah, may play it again someday. Moving on, we've got Persona 1. Or Revelations Persona, as it was for some reason called in the USA, when this was originally released on the PlayStation. But yeah, here it's called Shin Megami Tensei Persona, and again, this is the collector's edition, similar to the one we were just looking at for P2 Innocent Sin. And this one is even better, I think, because you don't get your art cards and stuff, but I can feel a sneeze building, guys. Ugh. Okay, I think we're good. If I pop this open very carefully, inside the box we have, of course, the game. And like I said, I got this when it came out, and I've actually played this one quite a lot. Didn't finish it, but I'm playing it on my In fact, the UMD is not in the box because I imagine, well, I'll get to that in a sec. I've got got this extra slip with it, which it says official strategy guide. Get it. And I guess I wish I did, because I bet you can't get one of them for unless you pay a pretty penny now. I might be surprised. And the manual's got that that PSP case pinch that keeps it kind of nice and flat in the middle. Yeah, nice manual. This one's got a kind of purple, like a kind of lavender purple theme to it. It's a bit nice. Pop that back in. You notice the UMD is not in there, and I am willing to bet it's because it is indeed inside this PSP 1000. Yeah, there you go. So I was playing it last time I played with the PSP. So yeah, again, this is relatively expensive to obtain nowadays, but I bought it when it was brand new for 40 quid or whatever, so yeah, not a concern. The other thing that comes in the box, and this is the more exciting thing, is the soundtrack. So you don't get your art cards or your poster, but I don't care, because you do get official soundtrack, and it is much more impressive than the one you get with Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, because it comes in a full CD case. Not only that, it's a 2-disc set, like a hinged one, and it has a sort of little comment here, a reflection from Shoji Meguro on this side, series composer, on what it was like for him to work on the game. And then we've got disc 1 track listing, 31 tracks on disc 1, and disc 2 has a, oh God, what was that noise? These jewel cases, like you put them, that just, you can leave them alone for like 5 years and pick them up, and they've like, some brittling process has happened and things just start snapping. I hope that's okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Anyway, but 31 on track 1, disc 31 tracks on disc 1, 36 tracks on disc 2. So this is, we went from this one 10 tracks to 67. So this is fantastic. This is yeah, probably like every sound in the whole game included in here. So that's a good one to own. Have I missed anything else of the Persona collection? I don't think so. I've done the Megami Tensei soundtrack. Like I said, I'm on the lookout for Megami Tensei 2 for the Famicom. I do have the Famicom in a box over there, which I'll get onto in another video. And I've got Megami Tensei on the way, the first one. Oh, this Vita has Persona 4 Golden on it, actually, as well, which is something I didn't say, which I played a bit of. In fact, my partner was playing, yeah, but I haven't touched it for a while, to be honest. That brings us kind of to the end, I think, of the Megami Tensei section in this video. We're on 34 minutes almost already. I'm not too worried about the videos getting long, because I've been really enjoying this format of where you've just sat having a chat with someone, it feels like. So I don't know, I'm probably not a very good host, but hopefully that comes across in the video. I'm wondering about yeah, so things coming up in future videos. I wanted to do this one first because this is what I'm currently playing. So I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei and loving it. I kind of wanted to share that passion a little bit. But I do have quite a lot of interesting stuff sat around here. Maybe I could do an attic tour. This kind of got like a triangular prism here filled with interesting stuff. I could talk about this setup behind me with the the old monitor. So as you can see, I'm a bit of a PlayStation guy from some of the stuff that I've got out here. Like I said, I've got the transparent PS2 mod to do as soon as I can get the peace and quiet to do that. Actually got a retro like Pentium PC set up with a full antique kind of desk here as well, with a pull out bit for your keyboard, which is kind of interesting. I can see a box that my mum brought around the other day because they were clearing out my old room in my parents' house. It's a box with some PlayStation, Game Boy Pocket stuff in there, some old PC stuff as well. Got boxes of Mega Drive, Japanese Mega Drive stuff, Famicom. Oh, hi Lolly. This is my cat Lolly. I'm surprised she didn't make an appearance earlier, to be honest. It feels like, I don't know, anyone else has got a cat, sometimes like you call them to you and they won't come. But the moment that you like sit down and try to type something at your computer or something, you look down and they're like across both of your arms, like just come and decided to use you as a piece of furniture. Hello. So yeah, looking forward to sorry this video has been a bit frantic and a bit like not super relaxed today, feeling a bit fidgety, but I wanted to get this out there anyway because yeah, excited to share yeah, my collection and kind of the setup I've got up here. It's slowly evolving, a bit more motivation to work in it again now, and to unpack all the boxes and shoe boxes and stuff of games and consoles I can see behind the camera. So I'm not going to spoil too much what I've got to come, but if you like, particularly if you like Japanese, like NTSC J stuff, or you can probably tell that I'm British, living in a PAL region, I've got quite a collection of PAL PlayStation stuff. I say quite a collection. I'm not one of these guys who's got hundreds and hundreds of games and can like plaster a wall with them, but I've got a collection of quite nice, you know, nice stuff and stuff that's important to me. And some curious niche things as well that I'd like to show off to you. So like I said, yeah, I think I already said this, but yeah, I decided to change my name to that Saucy Limit is like something that I think half my life ago I just randomly put that name because I used to play on a game online with this little group that we called Saucy, and Limit was like one of my accounts on this game. Not really relevant to my life anymore, whereas I'm a dad, look like a bit of a goblin, probably when I was born, but look, I like dark fantasy stuff like this. That's where the goblin comes from. I'm born in 91 without doxing myself, so yeah, Goblin Dad 91, why not? Not gonna think too hard about it. So that's it. That's gonna be it for this time, I think. Next time you see me, I'm gonna be looking a bit more well, I think, in myself, less bags under the eyes, a little bit less fidgety, and probably hopefully show you my transparent PS2 mod done. Take it for a test drive up and running here with the PVM, trusty PVM monitor, and I also feel some motivation at the moment. I think with the arrival of when Megami Tensei on the Famicom arrives, I'm gonna get my Famicom out because I need to double check that it works at the moment. There was a bit of an incident related to this one that caused it to behave a bit funky, so I might need to check it still works. So yeah, rambling at the end of the video. Yeah, lots of PlayStation stuff to come, some Famicom stuff to come. I've got freaking loads of stuff up here. So me and Ryo Hazuki, Ren of Heavens, and whatever this girl's name was. We'll see you again next time. Thanks for joining me. This has been Goblin Dad's Attic. Catch you next time, guys. See ya.